Yeah, I'd be talking about
I
that.
expected bus drivers, instead we get kids.
I'd like to call the February 27th board meeting to order. Roll call.
Ms. Nazario?
Here.
Ms. Washington here. Mr. Ballard?
Here.
Mr. Sturgill?
Here.
Mr. Ferguson?
Here.
Okay, I would like to welcome the amazing children from Toni Morrison Elementary School and Dr. Bridget Kaiser. I believe you're going to lead us, have our students lead us in the pledge and celebrate our students. I think one of the beauties of my job is the fact that I get to sit around and clap for kids all day long, and this is a great opportunity for recognizing kids who went above and beyond and separated themselves and elevated themselves.
Turn around. I think, Dr. Graham, are you done?
Well, no, I'd rather
Still
have.
talking?
Nope, nope, please.
I didn't know if you were still talking
Nope, go ahead.
to the students, so they kind of just flipped the script on you. So welcome. My name is Michael Scott, and I get the honor of introducing 4 wonderful students from Toni Morrison Elementary. These 4 students representing Toni Morrison tonight are members of the Student Council, and I also believe we have the Student Council president here as well, right? Okay, so Ezekiel Soto, Damarian Winborn, Hannah Wolfholder, and Arian Fuqua are here today on behalf of their student, the student population. Ezekiel has 5 siblings. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. Dr. Kaiser supplied me with some information, so I want to share not only with those in attendance today, but with the world. Some really cool things that I found out about our students. So Ezekiel has 5 siblings. His family, they like to go on road trips. They love to spend time together as a family. Interests are WWE, sports, favorite being basketball, I heard, and also gaming. Damarian is a 5th grade student as well. His dad is Sherman Winborn, and mom is Stephanie Lusain, and interests are drawing, reading, and painting. Hannah, 5th grade as well. Likes to engage in art and cooking with grandma and dad. Hannah likes watching sports with her mom. She's going to her first concert this summer with her family. Has 2 sisters. Interest is art, singing, and video games. Ariane is 4th grade, right? Okay, awesome. As a family, like to play board games. What's your favorite board game? Just love them all, huh? Okay. Like to do group things as a family. Interests are art, tap dancing, and gym. Cool thing about the interests is you can explore all of these here in Lorain City Schools too, which I think is pretty awesome. So looking forward to seeing you all advance your interests here in our schools.
And tap dancing is coming for your club real soon.
How about that? Sounds pretty cool. So they're going to lead us in the pledge, and after the pledge, they're going to do a little presentation for us. So would you please at this time lead us in the pledge? All stand. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Well done. Up to the microphone. This for you. Even easier.
Harriet Tubman was born in Dorchester, Maryland between 1820 and 1822. She was born into slavery and became an abolitionist later in life.
Harriet Tubman escaped slavery and helped to free over 70 slaves. Her family and herself a conductor on the Underground Railroad. It was not an easy task and was very dangerous. Harriet Tubman was determined to do what she felt was right. Without her, these people would have not survived.
Harriet Tubman freed many enslaved people and risked her life to help them. She is an inspiring figure in our country's Black history and is celebrated for her strength and courage.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. He was a social activist who paved the way for civil rights, meaning he wanted all people, no matter what their skin color was, to be treated equally. Martin Luther King Jr. was instrumental in leading and organizing many peaceful protests and strikes like the bus boycott and the worker strikes in Memphis. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his most famous speech titled I Have a Dream on August 28, 1963. The speech was given on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. The speech was even on TV so the whole country could watch. It was 17 minutes long. Some people fought against him because not everyone believed that people of different races should be treated equally or have the same rights as white people. Unfortunately, Martin Luther King Jr. never got to see his work come to life. He was killed for standing up for what was right. Today, we celebrate him for changing our nation and creating a more equal and free country.
Great job.
Outstanding.
And just as a token of appreciation for you all coming out in front of all us adults and sharing, learning with us, we also have a certificate of appreciation for each of you. Ezekiel. All right. And Hannah. And once again, can we give them a round of applause, please?
And before you sit down, if you don't mind, can we have the board members kind of gather around and get a picture with some of our best and brightest?
Yes, so while that's happening, I'm going to fill in some talk time. So come on up. I want to thank you all as parents, families, loved ones for coming out too, and also raising young people that are just courageous, articulate, intelligent. It is not, I have a 4- and 6-year-old right now, so I know that task is not an easy one. And oftentimes, our families don't get the love that they should for doing the things that we just expect. But thank you so much for bringing them out today and raising such wonderful young people. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's all downhill from there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, you're running away. It's all right, though. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Me too, I get it. And just a brief announcement to the families that are here. That was the fun part of our board meeting. The rest of it's pretty boring. So no one here will be offended if you just want to sneak out. So we completely understand. Yes. Go have fun. So thank you very much for sharing your children tonight.
That doesn't apply to us, right?
No, we have to stay. Yeah. I did.
Yeah, take care. Bye-bye, we'll see you.
You really cleared that room out.
That's what I said. That cleared it out real fast.
That's what the agenda will do.
There was like 3 generations of families that have gone to Lorain City Schools and just walked out that door. Yeah, that's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, Sherman said he was Hall of Fame in the class of '63.
Yes.
That was before I was born.
Nice.
Great people.
cool.
Great people.
Okay, I see no other visitors. First hearing of the public. Seeing none. Approve minutes from the February 13th meeting.
Support.
Discussion. Roll call.
Ms. Nazario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson?
Yes.
Any old business? Reports and recommendation of the treasurer.
I have items 8.01 and 8.02 for approval.
Motion.
So moved.
Support.
Discussion. Roll call.
Ms. Nazario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson.
Yes.
Reports and recommendation of the superintendent.
Thank you. I would like the board to consider for approval items 9.01 to 9.07, personnel matters.
Motion, support. You know what I meant.
I'll move. So moved.
Support.
Roll call?
Mrs. Zario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson.
Yes.
I'd like the board to consider for approval items 10.01 to 10.10, operations matters.
So moved.
Support.
A roll call?
Mrs. Zario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington? Yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson.
Yes.
I'd like the board to consider for approval item 11.01, other matters.
So moved.
Support.
Discussion?
Yes, question. I've been speaking with Henry Patterson about this. The transportation seems to be the biggest issue. Are we working that out, or is
The
that?
district is paying for the transportation, that's correct.
Super.
Yep,
That's what this is, that's what this basically is,
yes,
right?
that's
Yeah.
what we're approving. That's
Super.
what we're approving. And also allowing for the,
Yes,
there's two
the-
parts to that, yeah. Allowing for an out-of-state visit. Yeah, we had a lot of students who qualified for an indoor track meet based on performance. And because this is outside of the scope of indoor track, which is something we have approved by the Ohio High School Athletic Association, the entry fee will be paid for by money that was raised by the indoor track team, but obviously the restrictive part of this trip is the transportation, and we fully support our students participating. So, well, that's my recommendation.
Great opportunity.
Yes, yes.
Amazing, yes.
And I think it's a program that's growing, and
I-
needs to be invested in.
I was told that the outdoor track, the girls had almost 50 girls out the first week, last week.
Wow.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
things are growing.
I've been watching it all winter. Henry's been posting all their wins on where they were at and pictures and all their wins online. So it was, I think it's a unique opportunity and a chance to, compete year round. And everybody knows that, that it's good for our track team. So.
And as we've shared, we've made a conscious effort to do all that we can to support kids being in our schools, on our fields, in our gyms, as opposed to being on the street. So we're trying to create and invest in opportunities for that. And you're going to hear about a couple others next week in terms of our gaming, our e-gaming, esports, and our informal gaming, which are students who aren't competing, they're just getting together to play sports, and it's taking off.
Yeah.
So it's great
That's
stuff.
very exciting.
And with that, I just want to add, our kids got to go see the mayor's State of the City address
thank you.
the other
It was on my
day,
notes.
and the reaction was absolutely phenomenal. The kids, after it was over, they got the courage and kind of, you could tell they got into it. All of them wanted to go up, shake hands. The mayor was more than gracious, and just a great opportunity. So talk about opportunities.
And also received a lot of compliments on your behalf and on behalf of the children, our students that were there about how awesome they were. So we have great kids, and it's nice to showcase that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's all I have this evening.
We need to approve 11.01. Do we have that? Oh, you did that?
Yep, we
Okay.
already did
Roll
motion
call,
and second.
sorry.
Roll call. Mrs. Zario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson.
Yes.
Any new business? Committee reports? Second hearing of the public?
Still no public.
Our next board meeting is March 13th at 5 o'clock here in this room. And we will not have an executive session today. So, this meeting adjourned.
Motion to adjourn?
Oh, I forgot. Motion to adjourn.
Support.
Why are we going to executive session every meeting?
We usually do that standing up.
Mr. Ferguson motion,
Sorry.
Yes.
and Mr. Sturgill seconded.
Roll call.
Mrs. Zario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson.
Yes.
Now it's really adjourned.
That's good.